Hello and welcome back to this YouTube channel, deploying the airbag of criticism in the car crash of discourse. Photographer and filmmaker Anton Corbijn is the very best person to direct Squaring the Circle, this very enjoyable documentary about hypnosis and its dynamic co-founders Aubrey, Poe Powell and Storm Thorgerson, the creative design powerhouse who virtually invented the concept of the album cover as a vital art form, working for Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, Paul McCartney and Wings, 10cc and others when the vinyl rock industry was in its 70s pomp. They devised extraordinary images which were enigmatic, monolithic, audacious, funny, surreal, hip and gnomic, and conceived of albums as unacknowledged multimedia experiences. You gazed at the cover while the LP was on the turntable. Hypnosis's staggering location work in deserts and wildernesses with flying pigs over London landmarks virtually made them pioneers also of land art, the medium which grew up at about the same countercultural time.
London was lawless in the late 60s. Everybody was smoking dope, sitting around listening to music. And I was introduced to this guy with long hair.
Storm was like the leader of this pack.
They came as a double act, but they were like chalk and cheese.
I'm described by some as really awkward, by some as a narcissist.
He was insufferable.
He could be really crabby. Storm and I were joined at the hip like brothers.
They came in, they became a part of us.
By the mid-70s, the money was gushing in.
I mean, they're hucksters.
They are a bit shady.
That record came out of the reject box. This is a famous box. All the ideas that no one else wanted.
If Pink Floyd didn't take them, 3 weeks later they'd appear on someone else's record.
There's a picture of a lobster. Paul McCartney used that one.
I think I'll have to talk to someone about that.
This duo had their artistic roots in 1960s Cambridge, when these long-haired, dreamy-eyed idealists all hung out creatively with Dave Gilmour, Roger Waters et al. From Pink Floyd, smoking dope, and Powell and Thorgerson went on to have a lifelong association dating from that time with Pink Floyd, whose music probably inspired their brilliant shape-shifting ideas most directly. To my shame, I now realise that I never knew that the burning man in the dreamlike picture that went inside the Wish You Were Here sleeve really was burning, a stuntman doing the most dangerous work of his career. Their uncompromisingly high art approach was very potent in the work for Led Zeppelin, although their fascinating image of the golden naked children climbing Giant's Causeway on the front of the Houses of the Holy is another of those things that perhaps might not be allowed today. Hypnosis also had an inspired narrative knack of developing and extending the cover art inside the gatefold, and there is tremendous humour in their work for 10cc's How Dare You. We also get to see their inspired alternative cover design for Pink Floyd's Animals, a small child, imagined with J.M. Barrie's Sentimentality, opening the parents' bedroom door to see them having sex. Interviewed here, Noel Gallagher has shrewd things to say about albums as the affordable art collection for the working class. When did you last really look at an art photograph, or any photograph, the way we once all routinely looked at album covers? The other photographs we used to see were our own amateur snaps, or dull monochrome photos in the newspapers, or maybe something more luxurious in the glossy magazines. And nowadays, of course, it's endless images on smartphones and tablets. But album covers were stunningly audacious and artistically conceived and respectfully received as such. Hypnosis played a huge part in persuading us that albums were what an educated consumer prefers, not silly, jangly singles. The writing was on the wall when things went over to little audio cassettes, CDs, and then streaming. Hypnosis are still big. It's the retail music business that got small. That's it. Please give this vlog a like and a share on all your socials, especially the exciting new Threads platform. And please, are you going to make me humiliate myself and say it? Fine. Subscribe to this channel and tell all your friends, and leave a comment to say who your favourite action hero is. Oh, and please, buy my book, The Films That Made Me, an edited selection of my essays and reviews for The Guardian. See you next time.